Welcome to the GCSE Maths Advantage. I'm Dr. James Carter, and every episode I'm going to break down one topic, show you where the marks are, and give you a quick win you can use in your next exam. Whether you're targeting a grade 7 or pushing for a 9, let's get into it.
Hook. This one mistake cost more marks across last year's papers than any single difficult question. Students solved the problem but didn't check their answer and lost method marks. Sound familiar? Today I promise a practical fix you can use in under 30 seconds per question.
Episode promise. By the end of this episode, you'll have 3 simple checks: substitution, estimation, and reverse operations. A short script for what to write in the exam so examiners award method marks, and a 10-second checklist to use on every question. No jargon, just habit-forming techniques. The concept: start with substitution. If you solve for x, put your answer back into the original equation and show it on the page. For example, if you find x equals 3 for 2x plus 5 equals 11, write 2 times 3 plus 5 equals 11 and underline the 11. That simple line proves the equation holds. It's short, it's visible, and it often picks up a method mark even if your arithmetic slipped earlier. Let that sink in. Why substitution works. Examiners are looking for evidence of method. If you show the substitution step, they can follow your logic even if the final answer is slightly wrong. So write it down. Write it down, don't just think it. Next, estimation. Before you commit to a precise answer, quickly estimate a ballpark value to check plausibility. If you solve a probability and get 0.78, ask yourself, is that likely given the question? Round numbers and quick mental maths will catch answers that are orders of magnitude off. For instance, if a length should be under 10 centimeters, but your exact answer is 312, estimation flags that immediately. How to do estimation fast. Round values to one significant figure and perform the operation in your head. Say the exact calculation is 4.97 times 3.02. You can round to 5 times 3 equals 15. If your exact answer is 150, that's a red flag. Estimation is not about being perfect, it's about spotting big errors quickly. Third, reverse operations. This is especially useful for functions and algebra. If you solve f of x equals 7 and find x equals 2, compute f of 2 and show the result equals 7. Or if you solve a quadratic and find a root, expand or substitute back to confirm. Reverse operations are closely related to substitution, but emphasize the idea of undoing the step you used to get the answer. Why reverse operations are powerful? They show the examiner you know the structure of the question. Even if a numerical slip occurs elsewhere, demonstrating the reverse calculation can secure a method mark because it proves you had the correct approach. The exam technique. How marks are awarded when you show checks. Typical 3-mark question breakdown. M1 for setting up the correct equation or method, M1 for continuing with the correct method, A1 for the final correct answer. If you can't reach A1, you can still earn M marks by showing substitution or a reverse check. For example, if you set up a quadratic correctly but make an arithmetic error solving it, substitute your proposed root into the quadratic. That substitution can claim an M1 or M2 depending on the mark scheme. Exactly what to write to capture marks. Be explicit. Use short phrases like substitute x equals 3, 2 times 3 plus 5 equals 11, or check f of 2 equals 7, or estimate 5 times 3 approximately 15, so answer approximately 15. These short labelled lines make the examiner's job easy. The examiner wants to see your method, so label your checks when possible. It matters. The quick win, your 10-second checklist. 1. Label the check, check or substitute. 2. Perform a one-line substitution or a one-line estimation. 3. Circle or box the result you used for the check. That's it. Practice this until it takes 10 seconds. In timed papers, it's better than rechecking everything. It's targeted and exam-friendly. A 30-second routine for time management. After you finish a question, glance at the marks. If it's 3 marks or more, spend up to 30 seconds on a full check, substitution plus a quick estimate. For 1 mark arithmetic questions, do a 10-second glance check. Save time by skipping lengthy reworkings, unless the question is worth it. Marks are there for the taking. Be strategic.
Worked example. A common higher tier question. Solve 3x squared minus 5x minus 2 equals 0. Suppose you factor and get 3x plus 1 times x minus 2, so x equals minus 1/3 or x equals 2. Immediately write, check x equals 2. 3 times 2 squared minus 5 times 2 minus 2 equals 12 minus 10 minus 2 equals 0. Box the 0. Then check x equals minus 1/3. 3 times 1/9 plus 5/3 minus 2 equals 1/3 plus 5/3 minus 2 equals 6/3 minus 2 equals 0. Show the simplified steps. Those 2 checks take about 20 seconds and show clear evidence of correct roots. Even if you miscopied a sign earlier, the checks save marks. When writing checks for method marks, include just enough working to be convincing. You don't need full algebraic pages on the answer sheet. A single substitution line with a brief simplification is usually perfect. If the mark scheme awards M1 for correct substitution, your single line wins it. The examiner wants to see your method, true and practical. Common traps. 1. Mistaken substitution. Make sure you use the exact original expression, not a simplified or rearranged version you meant to use. 2. Sign errors. When substituting negative values, write the parentheses, minus 1/3, so you don't drop the sign. 3. Unit mismatches. When questions include units, substitute and carry units through briefly to check plausibility. These small habits cut careless marks quickly. Practice tips. Set a timer and force yourself to perform the 10-second checklist after every question in a practice paper. Make it a habit. Under timed conditions, this becomes instinctive and will save marks on the day. This is a grade 9 move. Everyone can do it if they practice. That's your quick win for today. If this helped, share it with a friend who's revising. You'll find more worked solutions and printable checklists at jcacademyonline.co.uk. Until next time, trust the process and nail that exam. Stay curious.